Well, hello again. Thank you for coming along with me on the way I do it. This is my channel where I highlight several facets of my life. This particular video is the facet of our horses. Yes, this is our baby Raven. It's another 11 minutes in Raven's life, just when she got let out in the pasture. She's eating a little grass along the side. Raven is an American quarter horse. She is a pleasure horse. American quarter horse, as I've said before, has many facets. We like the pleasure horse industry, the show industry. This is her mom. We call her Poppy. She's best of Batgirl. She's a little bit thirsty here. We try to keep her well watered because she is producing milk, and if she does get thirsty, her milk production will lessen. And we want Raven to have all the water, all the milk. We want Raven to grow appropriately, but not too fast. This is why it's so fun to video Raven when we let her out in the pasture. She has her bursts of energy. She's going to come over and tell her mom what for. As I've shown in other videos, Raven is a well-bred quarter horse. By well-bred, I mean we had Poppy artificially inseminated last year. We sent her to a stable in Pennsylvania. It was a friend of ours we made from horse shows. And we housed her there for, gosh, I think it was about 3 months. Now there you go. Who is that? Harley having a little roll in the dust. Raven going over to see what's going on. So yeah, Poppy went to a friend for 3 months, and she used a local vet, which was just a few minutes from her house, to because she was a what do they call it? A first-time mom. There's another word for it, I can't think of it. But she was a first-time mom, so they first watched her cycle, and then they bred her. Well, the first breeding attempt didn't take, so she didn't get bred for until the third cycle. So once she confirmed the breeding, she confirmed that she was inseminated, then we brought her home, and we just fed her well, and we just waited. And we got this marvelous little filly. Now here I'm just trying to show the legs. We're watching the color. The sire, Night Moves, who is a full brother to A Certain Vino. A Certain Vino is really well known in the quarter horse industry. He was shown by a couple people, the trainer, and always did really well. He was in the hands of a very, very good trainer and a very good owner. So we would hope that Night Moves would produce, being a full brother to a certain Vino, would produce young that were as good as a certain Vino. A certain Vino, I believe, is a gelding. So, yeah, they gelded him young. That was a choice they made. So, yeah, she's being a little sassy. She's telling people what for. This is our only foal. We have had a few before. The ones we've had before have all been uh-ohs. I believe we've had 3 of them with some of our older trail horses. We had a paint mare. They had a couple for us. We had another quarter horse, and now it was another paint, and she didn't work out so well. So, yeah, with horses, it's not a matter of if they ever get injured. It's a matter of when they get injured and how bad it is. I've seen horses get injured in a stall that you could not find anything to get injured on, and they still get injured. So yeah, so we had her bred, so we brought the semen for night moves. It came, I don't know where it came from, Ohio, Texas, someplace. It was shipped in, and she was inseminated. And then we tried, I think I said earlier, we tried to breed Poppy back to another fantastic horse, but after a couple of tries, it didn't work, and it just got too late in the year. We were late to begin with because Poppy was bred late last year, so she foaled late. And then trying to get her bred back was a difficult thing. So now she's going to have a year that she's open, and she's just worried about being a mom. She'll be a mom for a few months. We'll wean Raven here. And with any luck, Raven will go to a show. She's not actually a halter horse, but we will probably take her to a show and show her with the halter foals. It'll be fun to go to the show. We like going to the Congress in Columbus, Ohio, the All-American Quarter Horse Congress. They have the fair food. Columbus has some good restaurants. And we love seeing the horse show that goes on. They have some special events. They have some clinics by some very talented trainers. There's my little whoosh. Now here I've gone on to a different angle. It illuminates a little better with a beautiful sky. This is a few days later. And gives you a little better, well, not right here, a better angle, but yeah, you can compare Poppy to, as soon as Raven moves, you can compare her conformation. And again, I've said Poppy is a little small. She's like 14'2", 14 hands, 2 inches. A hand is 4 inches, so that would be, what, 56 inches, right? 58. So, and generally you're going to want your horses to be 15 hands to 16'2" is where you're going to want to see your pleasure horses. 15 is a little short, but good enough, and you don't see them much over 16'2". You get into the hunt seat horses then, 16'1", 16'2". Look at how short her neck is. She's got to really stretch, and we really like this because that means maybe she's got legs that are going to get her to the height we want. And you see in the earlier videos, she actually was bending her knees over. I didn't say much in the earlier videos, but when she was born, her fetlocks were very soft, and it's a little scary. You're always worried about conformational faults, worried about even defects. I mean, I won't even say a conformational fault, but you're worried about seeing, an odd skull, a parrot mouth where their overbite is pretty bad. It makes it hard for them to eat. Some people will even destroy the foal. So there's a good comparison of Poppy's hind end, her legs, and you can see that even though she's a baby, you can see that Raven has some really nice legs. Poppy is a good-looking girl, but again, I say she's 14'2". Her sire was Batman, and he is just awesome. But she didn't have the best start in life, and I guess Batman can make some smaller babies. But I think that's Cooper in the background, and Cooper's pretty awesome too. His dad's name was Chevy, and he was a one hot crimson baby, so it's stretching it a little bit for Cooper, but Cooper does look good. That little tail is just swishing away trying to get those flies. She doesn't have the advantage of that long tail growing like the older horses. We do like to put them out at sunset, you put them out at sunset. That way they don't have to deal with the flies all day. They stay in the barn, in the cooler shade in the barn during the day, and then they go out at sunset. In the wintertime, we reverse it, because up here in New York we have snow, so we will turn them out in the daytime and then put them in for the cold nights. We'll even put them out when it's really cold. They'll be out in the teens. Horses are very, very durable. I mean, this weather here is really too warm for horses, but the sun is starting to set, and they're just setting in for a nice evening. And I'm not even sure how old this is. This is the end of July. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks for watching.